Okay, I ordered this insulation, which came in, so I'm going to put this across all my boxes and stuff I have stuffed in the walls there, just to try to get that insulated without spending any more money. And I have different ideas for this side of the wall, which is going to be cheaper. So I only paid, a few bucks for each one of those. So that was just the cheapest I could get on the insulation. And of course the boxes and stuffings were free for stuff they got delivered. So I'm going to get that put up. Okay, I got that up, and as you can see, I mean, it do have little puffy spots there because there's no wood like behind and between these boards, just cardboard and soft stuff, but that's okay because this is all going to get covered up. And being these are going to be young ones that are in here, I've decided instead of put a paneling and stuff like that up, I'm just going to put my scenery curtains up. I've got them ordered. Waiting for those to come in. Supposed to be here this weekend. So really all I'm going to do now is go to Home Depot and start picking up my bunches of wood that I need to build this out. I'll hang the curtains last. It's going to be a little different than this. But actually that's the forest. And this I'm going to try to make look something sort of like the inside of a barn. So it kind of all flows together. So we'll see, but I've got that so far. And that'll do because like I said, they're going to have heat lamps in here if needed. So this will be fine. And they're going to be fully feathered by the time they get in here. So it's not going to hurt anything. So I think I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put a couple more staples up there. I've got to buy some bigger staples to go through the cardboard and this. So once I get that done, that'll help pull that a little bit more. But that should be fine, and they're not going to pick through that. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now, and go up and start. I'm going to clear this mess out of here, give me some wood space, and go pick me up a couple of bundles of that wood, because I think they come like 5 boards in a bundle. So if I pick up a few bundles, I should have enough. And then I think laying around here somewhere in this yard, I think I have the more wider, thicker board to go along the bottom here that I screw that board onto. So I'm going to go look for that too instead of buying one. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. Okay, just got back from Home Depot and I got me some more boards. They look a little bit smaller than the ones I used on there, but that's fine because once you put the cross braces on there, it gets sturdy enough. And like I said, it's inside a shed. It's going to be small pullets, so no big deal. And I got 20 boards. There's 10 in each bundle. Freebie on the chicken wire. That was given to me by my girlfriend that I babysat her dog for a month while she went out to the UK. And then I picked up some different size screws and some hinges to make my door. Haven't bought a lock yet. I'm going to wait. So what I think I'm going to do, I kind of learned my lesson with that one in a way. I painted that after I put that up there, which that's fine. I think what I'll do is probably just go ahead and board it up and then just paint it. I don't know if I want to, because it's going to be raining, and if I paint these boards outside and let them dry, I don't want it to rain on there. So the only thing I need to do really is find my thick board, like my 2x4 or whatever. That's going to be my brace on the floor here. So I only need 2 pieces. And then this will be the rest like up there. So I'm not going to build my door yet until I get the framework done here. And then, because that's kind of what I did before. Once I got my door, nothing's measured equally. So, like I said, I'm a functional builder, not a professional builder. So once I build my door, then I'll know where to put my 2 braces on each side of my door, and then go out from there. I may get the corner ones done. I need to go find my board for the floor down here. And then I've got this. I do not have the wire cloth yet that I put on the bottom. So this will be going all along the top, and it'll wrap around here on the side. I'm thinking of making this side more solid. I'm just going to have to think about it. So I'm just going to go and see if I can find me a big, long board. Okay, my next thing is figuring out where I want the door. Don't want it in the middle. None of this is screwed down, so I'm just laying pieces together. Found some old pieces of wood. I scraped some of the dirt off of it. And then I got this here. So the way these rafters are here, it's going to be easy to put a few of these down this side for that way. But my dilemma is going to be, because I need this board facing this way on the outside like I do those. But as you see, I got a dilemma to get it up there. And it's a thin board. I can't put too much up there, and without having to do too much work. What I was thinking, because I just need to brace it, because once I get all my other pieces together in between them and stuff, it's going to make it more sturdy. So I've got a roll of this, which I love this stuff. And I'm thinking of just making my braces out of this roll for up there. I can either wrap it around it or just do 2 small pieces on each side to help hold it on there. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want them facing this way. I want them facing that way. So I'll be putting, on the corners here, I'll be putting one here and put one right up against it in the corners. And then I only had to cut just a little bit off, so I got this board as a marker to cut the rest of my boards. I'm going to see how many pieces I need. I don't want to overcut my pieces. I'll need them for something else and to build my door. I'm thinking of making a little different type of door. I haven't figured it out yet, but that's going to be a good size for just pullets, so that's all I got to figure out. And then I just want to clean the boards a little better before I put them down. Sweep the floor so I don't screw down any dirt or anything underneath them. And then I can always tape around them when I go to paint it. I was going to paint them before I installed it, but I don't have the color I want. And I want to at least get the framework done on here. And once I get enough boards up to where I get close to where I want the door, then I'll stop and build my door and then get my pieces, on the sides. So I think I'm going to have it I'll probably have it for now. I think I'm going to have it closer to this end, because my electric's going to be inside of it there, and that way I can just go in and turn it on and off, get my lights fixed, whatever. Instead of putting it way down at this end where I got to walk all the way down there, so the birds are going to go crazy. So that way there won't be a door or anything here. They can stay down here while I'm working on that if I need to plug anything in. I will be redoing my cords. So right now I think I'm just going to try to put little pieces in without screwing anything down, just to make sure I have enough boards in what I'm wanting to do. And that table no longer fits in here, but it's coming in handy for me cutting my wooden stuff on. I do need to get another support. I need to turn it upside down and get some bracing underneath it, because that plywood there that I've got on top is it's not the strongest or thickest. It's starting to warp just a little bit, you know, go down. So, I mean, that was just a quick build. That's all it was. And it's just a whole chick, so it didn't need to be sturdy. But if I'm going to use it for something else, I need to get some braces underneath it. So that's another project that I'm going to be working on. Make a couple of these. Okay, that should be enough to get started. Okay, I got that first one in. It looks pretty straight. It's a little bit uneven, but not much. But that did work, where I put a brace on each side. Like I said, you know me, once I camouflage and paint everything, you're not going to see any of that little stuff. But it's the only solution I can find. And like I said too, by the time I get my braces across and get the extra pieces in there, it'll just, you know, sturdy that up more. So, my first board. And, you know, of course I got these nailed down. So I think this is where I'm going to put my door. Oops. Is on this side. So that's going to be, you know, screened in over here. And then my door is going to be here. That way I can just go in there, turn the lights on and off, change the bulbs, whatever I need to do. So I'm going to do my rest of my boards here. I'll probably stop here somewhere because I have to build my door yet. And I don't measure, so I never know what size they're going to be. I just make sure they're tall enough. Because, you know, I mean, I got an opening up there. Birds aren't going to get up out there, so I'm not worried about the gaps. So I'm going to put a couple more boards in and then maybe lay out to build my door. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, y'all starting to see my vision yet? So I got my boards here and then my corner two pieces there. And then I did the same thing I did with that one there on this one. I'm going to leave this wide opening until I get my door made. And then I put a piece of wood down at the bottom and up at the top because I'm going to need something to staple my curtains on. And I'll be painting that bottom board. So it just depends on how tall my... I may have to put another board up on top of that one. When I get my curtains in, I'm going to start from the top this time and get them stapled evenly up there and then decide how far up I need to go with my boards. If I need to put another 1 or 2 boards on top of that, then I will, because once I paint it, you know, it's going to look a lot different, and that's going to be pretty much the brown color. I might try to do some grayish color, because, well, a light brown. I think the curtains I have coming in, which is a scenery of what it looks like a couple walls inside a barn. So I still got to get a piece for up there and a piece for down there. But before I hang my curtains, you know, I'm going to paint what I need to paint first, of course, and get my boards up there and get my door built. So I am almost, I'm not halfway yet. I still got to get the door. The hardest part for me is getting the chicken wire even. I mean, you can't tell from here, you know, but that's some crooked wire that's on there. In certain places it bubbles in, you can't see it because I got it camouflaged. But when you're by yourself trying to hang that stuff evenly, let me tell you what, it's not easy. But what I've learned, so before I put my crossboards in, I'm going to take the chicken wire and roll it across the top and wrap it around here first. And then my boards will come to wherever the bottom of that one is. Is what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I know there's little things that I should have done with that one. I didn't, but I didn't figure it out until afterwards. So, I'm just going to leave this like this and see what I can do about figuring out a door. door. Okay, it's getting windy outside, getting ready for the storm. I just have it leaning up against that there piece of wood for now. So I put some cross pieces in it to keep it sturdy, straight, so it doesn't, you know, twist or twilt or anything like that. So the ugly side is going to be on the inside of the kennel, so you can't see it from out here. And I'll be putting the chicken wire on the outside of the door here. Yeah, so that's 2 feet wide, which is plenty enough for me to get in. So once I get in there and get the hinges, so what I'll probably do is double up the boards on these sides, because I don't have another. I'll have to go look at it again. So I did find some wood, you know, where I found this. I did have to cut a big piece off because it was rotten on the end, or was laying down on the ground. So if I can find some more better pieces that I could put up here, the little stronger pieces. Because see, like this here, I bought the thicker wood for the bracing on this and for down on the floor, but I'm trying not to spend right now with this insulation I bought and this wood I bought and the curtains and stuff. Right now I have maybe $100 in this whole build out, so I'm trying not to spend any more money than I have to. And I don't really want to cut them boards down to get them in my car, but, and like I said, it's not big hens that are going to be in here. So I think I'm going to quit for now. It's been a storm. I got to check everything and make sure everything's closed up. And I got the hinges and stuff for this. So what I'll probably do before I finish my boards out here, I'm going to have to think about that, because that door is going to come right underneath that board. But that may be fine. So we'll just have to figure that out. I mean, I'll probably just put the board on the other side over there. No big deal. If I have to hook it up to the ceiling, I will. Whatever it takes. And it's going to be, and it's not in the way of having to open this hole. I don't want to close this up permanently, because in the summertime the wasps build nests up there, and I need to spray up there. So we used to have storage up there. We don't have nothing up there now. So I think I'm going to end here, go take me a break, go sit down for a while, and think about, I think the best way to do this is at least get the door hinged on first. Well, actually, I might put the chicken wire on there first. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, I had one piece of wire cloth left. So I'm going to put the chicken wire on those top two. And I've got the wire cloth down here. So I went ahead and stapled that on there. And this will be the outside of the door that you'll see. And of course I'm going to be camouflaging it with trim and stuff. So that's not a big deal. And I got the door just wide enough for this so that there's no pointy edges sticking out. And I got that stapled on there. So once I get the door on, get the hinges on and stuff, then I can get the rest of my wall done, and then I can start with my crossboards before I start putting the dreadful chicken wire up. I really need to put some wire cloth at the bottom, like I have there, but I mean, I don't know. That stuff's expensive, you know, and I'm trying not to spend no more money. And like I said, this was given to me for dog sitting for a month. Much rather have tools and stuff rather than, don't give me no cash, okay? Let's barter. Since they're gonna, they're gonna be fully feathered, they're not gonna be able to get out of that. They can't fit through those holes. And this is shut up and locked up at night, so nothing can get in here. So, depending on how much of that I have, I should have enough, because that's like, oh, I think the label come off. I should have enough. We'll have to see. I may just go ahead and do the whole thing on this kennel with just the chicken wire. But we'll see. Once I struggle to get it, the top of it up there, I'm going to do some measurements. See where I got to put my board across to staple the bottom and the top together on the board, you know, like I did on that one. That I got two boards across there because the width of that chicken wire was different than that wire cloth, and so it didn't quite meet. So I had to put a second board there to have something to staple onto to get them put together. I hear a bee in here. Oh well, it'll find its way out. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for now. Stick that door in there and see what I can do about figuring out the rest of it. And I'm saving all my scrap pieces because I'm going to make some crafts, varnish looking or whatever. I don't know, I'll think of something that I can hang up as decoration and stuff. Just tie some pieces together. So I'm going to keep all my little scraps. If I don't have no round ones, I'd make a wagon wheel. So I got some scraps there. I got a piece of wood here. I got some scraps there. I've got some more wood in the back of this shed. So I'll come up with something. Like I said, this kennel is basically going to be like a barn type theme next door to the woods. Okay, I think that's it. I've done enough on this. I got to go in the house and do some thinking. I can do some measurements with my chicken wire there. I still have plenty of boards left. I'll have just enough boards to finish, you know, doing the wraparound to where I need to staple the top and the bottom two separate pieces across the middle like I did that one. So I should have enough. Got to get a little bit more trim. And what I'm going to do this time too that I didn't do with that one, and I wished I would have now, but I have vinyl in there, which I've got vinyl here, but I'm talking about the edges. So I'm going to, I think clear coat or stain these edges so if it gets poo-poo or something on them, easy to clean off. So that was my only thing. Because after cleaning that several times, there are some things I wish I would have done differently, but being I never did this before, live and learn, you know. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I want everything to look kind of old, so I got to think about my paint for the boards. Really waiting for my curtains, and I hope I got them wide enough to reach across all the way. I might be if I'm short only a couple of inches, I'm just going to take one of those other curtains that I have left and shove in the corner where you're not really going to look too much. I'll think of something like that. So I'm going to get my stuff cleaned up here, get the table put underneath something so it doesn't get soaked if it rains, and go sit down for a while.